Attention everybody, attention. We have completed our vote for our new school name. We are very excited to announce the name of our new school. Of course, we have many steps to go until it is official, but for now, today's vote revealed that we will be putting forward this candidate for our school name.
Roland Hayes!
Woo! All right, Roland Hayes. Roland Hayes is by far the winner today. It's a great day here at our school, and thank you everybody for participating in this vote. Thanks everybody, and have a great, great weekend. And that's that.
Good job.
The Heath School name actually has kind of a funny history to it. The Heath School used to not be on Elliott Street. It used to be across Route 9, and it was on a road that went through the lands owned by a family whose name was Heath. And that road eventually became named Heath Street, and the school that was on it later got its name added to Heath Street. It became the Middle District School on Heath Street, and then it got shortened a few decades later to just the Heath School. And then the school moved off Heath Street but kept the name Heath. Given that our school wasn't really named to honor anyone in the first place, and given that it also indirectly bears the name of a family that many generations back enslaved other people, is it time to make a change?
I knew then that we needed to do something about it. There was no choice. It's not like we pick and choose the kind of work we want to do in a district when it comes to social justice work, when it comes to equity work, and this feels like a real equity issue. We want our kids to feel very good about the schools that they come into. They're formative places, and the name of the school should speak to that experience. Now, what time are we doing this? We knew it was time to start to gather those names. And in our process, we had 32 or 33 names submitted from the community. We had an adult committee doing research, and then we formed our student name committee.
We all had some people to research, a bunch of people to research, and we each researched each person. We made our notes, and then we would go around and say our opinion on why someone should or should not pass. They must have impacted the community positively.
We wanted people that spoke to liberation, into freedom, into opportunity, and people who were doing, it felt reparative. We narrowed it down to 4 candidates. Ruth Batson, the founder of Metco. John Wilson, an artist here in Brookline, very beloved. And then Ellen and William Craft, 2 abolitionists here and escaped slaves. And then Roland Hayes.
Well, Roland Hayes was pretty impressive. He was born in Georgia, and he was actually born to a mother who worked as a sharecropper or a tenant farmer on a plantation in which she had previously been enslaved, not long before that, because he was born in the late 19th century. And growing up, he fell in love with music and ultimately fell in love with opera. And he had a very difficult time getting anyone to let him give concerts. In fact, he tried to give a concert at Boston Symphony Hall and was not welcomed to do so. So he rented the hall himself, printed his own tickets, publicized his own concert, and got a full house at Boston Symphony Hall to come and enjoy his vocal talent, all through his own hard work, literally calling people randomly down the phone book to invite people and publicize this concert. He was a dynamo. He went on and sang in Europe. He sang for royalty in the UK and across the continent. He sang for and converted and won over hostile audiences in places like pre-World War II. And then he came back here as an accomplished singer, and he settled in Brookline. And he later commented that of all the places around the world that he had been and spent time, Brookline was where he was happiest, and this is where he settled and spent the last several decades of his life.
The whole student renaming committee, we're gonna go up in front of
town meeting.
Yeah, town meeting, and we're gonna convince them all. We're gonna convince them all.
Land, let my people go.
208 yes, 4 no, 23 abstentions. The motion passes.